Good morning. Terry here again. This morning went to the mailbox, and in the mail today was the latest AARP bulletin. And the center section, I was going to say centerfold, but that brings up all kinds of images. The center section is how to earn an A+ retirement. It says ace these 9 questions and you will be doing just fine. If you're in the same general demographic I am, you may have seen it already. And they list 9 things that you need to do in order to have a healthy retirement, a positive, an A+ retirement. Good stuff on here. Talks about making sure you have the right physician and dentist, okay, taking care of healthcare kind of stuff. Getting some exercise, so physical care, great. Picture your parents or grandparents living in your home. Would you worry about them getting around safely? It's like paying attention to your home. We moved into a condo with no barriers at all, single story, that kind of thing. So, okay, we're doing fine on that. We have a good doctor and dentist. Yeah, we have a personal trainer, take care of that. Would you like your neighborhood if you couldn't drive? Okay, we have some options for that kind of thing. What are some activities or projects you're ready to get moving on? Okay, we have some of that. Monthly retirement expenses, we're fine there. What 2 assisted living facilities are closest to where you live? Okay. We have quite a few options on that seem pretty positive. Who could you call if you were sick or scared in the middle of the night? Okay, we have some folks we could call. So I look at those 9 and think, yeah, we're doing pretty well. But I think, what's missing from this? And I know I have a very specific interest, but there's nothing in here about, for an A+ retirement, keep your mind active. Keep growing and find new human development, find ways to expand your values, your perspectives, your beliefs, how to keep growing in lifelong. There's nothing in here about lifelong growth in terms of mental or ethical, spiritual. And it's amazing to me that you can have an A+ retirement without that aspect in here. And I don't know how much they do editing and so on. I'm assuming they do some editing and some thinking about this. This doesn't just come out of a specific interest. So for me, that's a huge aspect of my life. How do I keep growing, expanding, being transformed? How do I keep that trajectory that was so obvious in children? Well, children, of course, we expect them to expand and grow and develop in profound ways. Adolescents, we expect that. We have special schools for it. And it's almost inevitable because the hormones kick in, body development happens, but we expect lots of things to happen as adolescents or as younger adults, as get into career and expanding influence and family life and all those things. We expect this expansion to happen, but then we hit midlife, and AARP, an organization that focuses on older folks, misses the whole area of mental, emotional, ethical, spiritual expansion. And from what I've observed, that seems to be pretty typical in our culture. I looked, this was a little bit a while back, but I looked at a very popular class, a textbook for people who are studying psychology in colleges and universities. And out of the 300 some pages, there were less than 5 that really focused on mental and spiritual growth in past midlife. Out of all those pages, and it was a book on developmentalism, that it just kind of peters out. So for me, I recognize that I need to be countercultural. I need to go beyond what other organizations can help or what they appreciate and support actively, the growth that I seek. So I would encourage you to maybe reimagine your midlife and beyond, adding in the aspect of how am I going to keep growing? Who am I going to hang out with that they are older and I say that's a model of continuing to grow and develop? What am I going to read? Who will I read? And unfortunately, for those of you who know me, I come from a strong churched background. I checked around here and I checked in Southern Cal for churches that really focus on helping people continue to grow beyond midlife, and I just don't find them. I just don't find them. The sermons, the lessons, the curriculum, the discussions are the same for 70s and 80-some-year-olds as they are for folks in their 30s and 40s. And generally written or taught or preached by folks that are in their 50s or less. So the churches, I find, can't help much. The organizations I belong to here, and these are all very good things to focus on. The classes we're taking and organizations here do a great deal of good. They can entertain me. They can inform me on different things. They talk about the physical side of things, have seminars on different medical breakthroughs, all those kinds of things. So it's very, very good stuff. What I don't find is that arena of growth, of lifelong growth. So I encourage you to attend to that, not rejecting the other. That's all important. I mean, the physical, the financial, those are all very important. But adding into your life that very important component of lifelong growth, and asking yourself the question, how do I continue to grow? What can I read? For me, that means reading a lot more of the mystics, of those folks that, and I include mystics and sages, I include the spiritual, like the Christian mystics, but mystics from other faith systems, folks such as Carl Jung and Einstein, those folks that surprisingly continue to grow and expand and in the richest, broadest possible sense. So just start paying attention. Start, maybe increase some wondering about that. How do you make sure that that particular component of your lifelong life is rich, nurturing, expanding? So think about that. I have strong belief that our growth, transformation, and human development can be enriched as rich, or perhaps even richer, in midlife and beyond as it was in childhood, adolescence, and early adulthood. It's just that we cannot expect our culture to understand, appreciate, or support that growth. That's something we need to take more initiative in. But good heavens, we're in the second half of our life. If we can't take some initiative for our own life now, who possibly could? So think about that. Talk to you next time.